Hey, what are you guys watching?
Assemble.
What's up, everybody? My name is Justin Kessler, and I'm a youth pastor in the Houston area. And I've been a pastor for about 10 years as a kids pastor, small groups pastor, college pastor, church planter. And so I've done a lot of church ministry. And I am here to tell you, you should let your kids watch bad shows. And okay, I don't mean just like terrible shows like they're not enjoyable. What I mean is you should let them watch shows that maybe you weren't allowed to watch as a kid. I know that I let my kids watch some shows that I wasn't allowed to watch as a kid. And before you start to put hateful comments down below, let me explain, okay? I think it is our job as pastors and as parents, which is you're essentially pastoring your family, to help our children figure out how to put culture into the context of what we believe from the Bible. And a lot of times what as Christians we try and do is we try and remove our kids from every influence that could be negative at all. And I think we're doing them a huge disservice. I think instead of removing our kids from everything that are negative, we can't homeschool them and keep them away from every bit of terrible advice and everything that is unbiblical. We can't do that forever. Sooner or later, they're going to experience the world. So whenever I say that you should be letting your kids watch bad shows, what I actually mean is why not expose your kids to the things that we know culture are telling them that don't line up with the Bible, but you be the one to expose them to those things. For instance, we watched over the last few weeks the movie Raya that Disney put out, and we watched a movie on Netflix called Wish Dragon. Both of those movies have a lot of Asian mysticism type of beliefs that go along with them. They have beliefs about the afterlife that we don't believe as Christians. But what we would actually do is watch those movies with our kids, and I would pause them at certain points. Whenever I noticed something that was not what we believe, I would pause it and I would start to talk to my kids. I'd ask them questions like, what do you think about this? What does the Bible say about this? Is this person acting the way that we would act as Christians? Okay, if not, what should they do? What should they be believing? What should they have recognized as a lie? And so I'm trying to help my kids start to think critically about what culture is telling them, so that one day when they're on their own, they're not having to come to me or go to a pastor to try and figure out, does this fit into my Christian worldview? But instead, they're constantly looking at what culture is saying and trying to go, does this line up with the Bible? I think this is hugely important for us because we wonder why, I'm a youth pastor, we wonder why so many times high school students leave for college and then they walk away from their faith. I think a huge part of it is they do not know how to process, this is what culture is saying, this is what Christianity says, and no one's taught me how to reconcile these things. Now I don't know what to do. So me as a parent, I want to be able to do that for my kids. Here's some things that I would say though. I think that it needs to be age appropriate, okay? I'm not going to expose my 7-year-old to Vikings on HBO, okay? But I will show her Raya from Disney. And so there is an age-appropriate nature to this. I'm not just gonna sit my kids in front of a TV and let them go ham and watch whatever they want. But I think that it's important that we let them watch things that maybe we would say are inappropriate. The next thing is you need to be there. I don't sit my kids down and let them watch things that I would say, I don't really know if I want them watching this, without being there to supervise it and to have that dialogue with them. That would not be beneficial either. But I think if you can do this and be very intentional about the popular shows that culture are putting in front of our families, we as Christian parents, the pastors of our houses, if we can sit our kids down and expose them to the culture in a controlled environment, and help them process, how does this fit into what I believe the Bible says, I think it can be hugely beneficial. If you enjoyed this video, I would say please like it. It actually helps in the algorithm. Subscribe to my channel if you want more content like this, and I'll see you guys next week. Peace.